It started with an envelope. No return address, no stamp, just my name, written in neat block letters. Maya Cole, apartment 3B. The envelope was already on my kitchen counter when I came home from work. I didn't bring it in, and I live alone. My building's old. No doorman, no front desk, just a keypad and a creaky staircase. The kind of place where you hear your neighbors sneeze. I was tired, didn't think much of it. I opened the envelope, no letterhead, just plain paper. One line typed in a fixed-width font, "Do not go to work tomorrow." That was it. No signature, no explanation, no threat, just that. I stared at it for a while, turned it over, held it up to the light. Nothing, no watermark, no hidden imprint, no clues. It wasn't even folded neatly, just shoved into the envelope like someone was in a hurry. I checked the hallway. Empty. No one going up or down, mailboxes untouched. It didn't make sense. That night I tried to sleep, but the letter was still on my mind. Who sent it? Why? And how did it get inside? I kept thinking I should throw it out, but I didn't. Morning came. I got dressed, drank coffee, and just before leaving, I picked up the letter again. My thumb brushed across the edge, and for some reason, I didn't go. I called in sick, told my boss I had a fever. He sounded annoyed, but whatever. I stayed home, read, scrolled through my phone, watched the building across the street. Nothing happened, at least not until 11:42 a.m. That's when my phone buzzed. News alert. Elevator malfunction, Midtown office tower. I tapped it. It was my building, where I work. A photo showed emergency responders crowded at the base. Yellow tape, firefighters. The article said, the elevator fell from the 14th floor. 4 injured, 1 fatality. I felt my stomach drop. That's my floor. 14. That's the elevator I take every day. I sat down, heart racing, one thought pounding over and over. If I had gone, I grabbed the letter again, stared at the type. Was this real? Who could have known? How? I wanted to tell someone. But what would I say? Hey, I got a psychic letter? No one would believe me. Hell, I barely believed me. But I didn't throw it out. I tucked it into my drawer, right under my passport, and tried to forget. 3 days passed. Then another envelope appeared. Same style. No stamp, no return address, just Maya Cole, apartment 3B inside. A second message. Same font, same tone. Don't take the 6 train on Friday. That one made me pause. Because I do take the 6 train every Friday, same time, same platform, 8:10 a.m., Spring Street Station. It's my commute. I stared at the letter. Part of me wanted to laugh, like maybe someone was messing with me. But another part, the part that wasn't in that elevator, was already thinking, what if it's real? That Friday, I didn't go. Called an Uber. Cost me $34. But I didn't care. I sat in the back seat, clutching my bag, watching the subway entrance disappear in the mirror. At 8:23, my phone buzzed again. Another alert. Incident at Spring Street subway. Commuter shoved onto tracks. 6 train emergency stop, severe injuries. Same time, same place. I felt sick. Again. That evening, I poured a drink and sat in silence. My hands wouldn't stop shaking. What was this? Warnings? From who? Why me? Why now? I took out both letters and laid them side by side. Same paper, same type. Same message. Don't. Not advice. Not a suggestion. Commands. I couldn't sleep. My front door felt thinner than usual, like whoever left those letters might be standing outside. I stayed up. Watched the peephole for hours. Nothing. But the next morning, there was a third envelope. The third envelope was different. Same handwriting, same no stamp, no return address look. But this time, it was already inside my apartment, on the kitchen table. I hadn't opened the door that morning. No one else had a key. I didn't hear anything. But there it was, waiting. I stared at it for a long time, longer than I want to admit. Then I sat down, carefully opened it. Same paper, same font. But this one didn't say don't. This one said, "You're being watched." Stop talking about the letters. I didn't even realize I'd been shaking until I saw the rip in the paper from my fingers. I hadn't told anyone. Not really. I hadn't posted online. Hadn't texted my friends. Just thought about it. Talked to myself. And apparently, that was enough. I turned off my phone, closed the blinds, sat on the floor with my back to the wall. What the hell was this? That night, I slept with the lights on. Every creak in the floor made me flinch. I kept imagining someone just already here, standing in the dark, watching. I checked the locks 5 times. Didn't help. The next letter didn't even pretend anymore. 4 days later, envelope number 4. Same deal. But this one? Your neighbor in 3C will knock at 2:17 a.m. Don't answer. I laughed out loud when I read it. Like, what? But then I checked the time. 2:12 a.m. I stared at the door. Peephole, handle, hinges, nothing, no movement. 2:16. I held my breath. And right at 2:17, knock, 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 3 soft taps, deliberate, perfectly spaced. I didn't move, didn't breathe. After a minute, footsteps, fading. Then silence. I peeked out. No one. The next morning, I checked with the landlord. Who lives in 3C? He looked confused. 3C's been empty since February. I stood there, mouth dry, hands in my pockets. You sure? He nodded. Did someone bother you? I shook my head. Number just thought I heard something. Back in my apartment, I took out all 4 letters, laid them out, reread them again and again, tried to find patterns, but it was just this steady escalation, from warning to control. And then, the 5th envelope came. This one wasn't typed. It was handwritten, still block letters, but messier, like whoever wrote it was in a hurry. It said, "Get out, now." I didn't even grab my shoes. I left the apartment, ran down the stairs, didn't lock the door, just kept going. I stayed in a hotel that night, then with a friend. Then I signed a lease across town, new building, top floor, coded entry, no one knows I'm here. 3 weeks passed, no letters, no knocks. I started to think maybe it was over. Then yesterday, I found one, in my fridge, folded inside the ice cube tray, no envelope, just the paper. It was wet, partially frozen. I unfolded it with shaking hands. It said, "You weren't supposed to leave." That's it. No signature, no warning, just that. I don't know who's writing these. I don't know what they want. But I know one thing. They're not guessing. They know. Where I live, what I do, what I think. They're not watching. They're inside. If you ever find a letter with no stamp and it tells you what to do, don't ignore it. But don't follow it blindly either. Because once you read it, they know you saw it. And once they know, they never stop.